Hello, everyone. Today is day 4 of the month of October, going live every weekday to share tips and ideas and just some guidance on how you can wake up pain free every single day and living the life with the body that you want, with the life that you desire, with the energy that you desire. And so today is day 4. So here we are. I made it to the gym, and the lighting is not great. So I'm realizing there are just a lot of nuances that need to be considered as we are navigating through all these different locations as we are going live. So I am in my gym here today, and rowings are in the back here, but I've got all the other equipment that's in this space. So, you may have seen the title that I titled this live today, and it's toxic health, toxic wellness. And what does that actually mean? So, I had the privilege today of having my daughter Lillian as my guest, looking at health life from a Gen Zer. And what does that look like? And having conversations. And I did actually a lot of research before she and I had our conversation this morning. And toxic wellness was something very forward and what Gen Zers are wanting to see kind of move away, because their view on wellness is definitely far different from what we or how I grew up viewing fitness or wellness and how we look at movement. So we need to look at it very differently. So much came out of this conversation, and that's just what I would like to bring forward today. So if you are, not aligned with your body, if you don't have body awareness, if you don't have the why behind why you're moving, then I can tell you doing that back there, doing any of these other modalities, I'll just do a quick spin here of, you can run on the treadmill all day long, you can do your Peloton bike, you can go pump the weights that I have all over here. You can do all of that stuff, but I can tell you, if you don't have the why behind the reason why you're wanting to do that, then it's just not going to work for you. And I can tell you, if you're just saying, I want to lose weight, or I want to get buff, or I just want to have a six pack, that too is not going to get you very far. And that is why we see all of these diets and all of these different, like movement fads, they don't last. They just don't. And it's for that very reason. Because I can tell you what I read, and I was actually so blown away at what all of the millennials and the Gen Zers are saying about health and well-being. Because I can tell you, I'm a Gen Xer, and I'm kind of an older Gen Xer. And I am kind of bashed. I've done a little bit of, had some ageist conversations around how they are thinking. And what I read today in a lot of studies and stats is that is not what they're, how they are feeling. They just want to be heard, number one, and that is around all topics. But let's bring health and wellness into it. They are really wanting a total shift. The number was so high, it was like 89% of Gen Zers want a complete change in our view on wellness, because it's skewed. It is totally skewed. Now, they are looking for just really just feeling good, not just saying, well, I need to go work out. And I do align with that. You have to feel good in what you're doing. You have to. The work hard mentality, no pain, no gain. I have been in this industry now for so many years. That doesn't work. I mean, there is definitely a time where you have to, get the grit. You need to go in and push yourself hard. But it doesn't work or sustain over time if you don't have the why behind anything, especially in movement, because I've seen it go so wrong. So today I am just sharing, I'm just here talking today, not with a whole lot of exercise. So I'm going to recap. The first day we were talking about breath, expanding your breath, expanding your body with your breath. And then yesterday we talked about moving with your breath. How can you literally move with your breath? So your inhalation should have you fill up, and it should have you feel nice and elongated. It should have you feel really nice and connected. Your exhale will allow you to connect deeper to your core, that is going to help support your structure, your spine, your organs, and that is what is going to help facilitate and nourish everything else in your system, your bloodstream, and all of the nerves and tissues. Super important. That is what is going to help you balance and stabilize your nervous system, because that is key. If your nervous system is out of whack, everything else is going to be out of whack. And what I have witnessed in so many of all these years that I've been in the space is that so many are moving and working out when they shouldn't be. So an example that we shared today on the podcast is that if you are really stressed out and you are already in fight or flight, your nervous system is just out of whack, your sympathetic nervous system is in control, then you decide to go to the gym to just run it out on the treadmill. And you're just going to go run it out. I just want to go sweat out my stress and my tension. Well, you're actually doing more harm than good working out on an already overstressed system. And that is something that I have seen that's a classic problem. That is what I have heard so many times, that I don't know why I can't lose weight. And it's because you're working out in an already high cortisol system. And that is going to, over time, create more problems. So let's go back and talk about what we were sharing in terms of it being toxic wellness. So this is where we're looking at perfectionism. I was enlightened today about that girl, and this idea of wanting to be, that girl, the girl who looks perfect, the girl who is on all social platforms looking all made up. She got up and did her workout at 4 a.m. She got dressed, went to her perfect job, has the perfect house. Well, guys, that is so unrealistic. There is no perfect. There is no that girl out there. So that girl needs to look more imperfect. So it's that, perfectly imperfect is how we need to look at it, especially movement, because we are all different, every single one of us. And if we approach it by, I'm going to go work out for an hour, I'm going to go through the factory of working out, I can tell you, I've seen it, I have worked it, I have witnessed it, I have felt it personally. It doesn't work. It doesn't serve any of us. So just like the article that I read today, and I may just drop it in the chat once I'm finished, because I found it very interesting, is how Gen Zers and the millennials, they are really wanting to make a difference in how we approach wellness. And yes, it's all well and good to go find the quiet time and to learn to be still and to meditate. But let's now take a look at how we are addressing movement. I have taken out of the conscious strong vocabulary exercise. I really don't like the word exercise. I feel like movement should just be a lifestyle. Movement is something that we do just very organically. We do it naturally according to what you desire, not what trends say you should be doing. Sure, I try all kinds of different modalities. Pilates is my background. Pilates is my expertise. But I am always exploring new movement. So what I'm going to ask for you today, for your homework today, so Monday was breath work, and I still hope that you are doing your breath work, and that is ongoing. That is, until your breath expires. I would love to see you all practicing your breath, deep breathing. Secondly, is like really exploring as you are moving your body. Maybe you're walking, or you're doing some light movement, whether it's even just doing the arm gestures of inhaling out, exhaling back in, but really be intentional with your movement. Now, today, I'm going to ask you to do a little bit more introspective work. That is, how are you relating to your movement? What movement do you like to do? What movements do you not like to do, and why? Always ask yourself why. If you're saying, I want to lose weight, well then ask yourself why. and then ask yourself why again, and then why again. I always say I'm big on sevens, and so I will ask you to ask yourself why, really in almost any situation where you're making a decision or a statement, is to ask why. And ask yourself why 7 times and answer the question that comes with that or the response that comes with that. So let's say, I want to lose weight. Why? Because I want to feel better. Why? Well, because I haven't been feeling great at work these days and I'm not being very productive. Why is that? And so start to dig deeper, and that is going to help you uncover or discover your why. And then once you get down to really the core and the crux of who you are and that why, that deep internal feeling that is all, it's just you, it's nobody else, that is when you can start to uncover, I think I actually like walking out in nature. Or, you know what, I really do like riding my Peloton. Or I actually enjoy doing the TRX. There's a TRX right there. So when you find that why, and then you start to discover or just go on that search for what modality would suit you, that is going to help you start to relate to it better. I guarantee it. So this is your homework for today. This is the work that I want to share in terms of being more introspective with your work, asking yourself the why behind almost everything you do, but especially as it pertains to your health and your well-being. So I would love to hear from all of you. Please put in the chat. Let's talk about this. This is the conversation that we had this morning, is that we have to have conversations. The more conversations we have helps to build community. And when we build community, you start to build health and wealth. And that is key. So I would love to hear from all of you. And if any of you are not a part of the Conscious Strong Women's Movement, I invite all of you in to come join the movement, be a part of this private Facebook group. And that is where I drop, a lot more information, but I would love to hear from you. So I know that I am streaming live in the Conscious Strong Women's Movement group right now, but I'm also streaming on a lot of other platforms right now as well. So just again, do your work today, just ask yourself why. Do the introspective work of what is it about your health and your well-being that you are desiring maybe something different, you would like a change. I hear most often I want to lose weight, but think of some other areas that maybe it's I want to get stronger. I personally am really strength training my legs because the Grand Canyon hike changed my life forever. And I felt like I had absolutely no legs. My legs were my weak link. So I am wanting to strength train my legs and build much stronger legs. So then I ask myself, why? Why? Because I am getting older and I would like to hike again. I'm not going to fear it. I am going to hike again. That's one. And then why do I want to do that? Because I want to do activities with my family and my loved ones. Why is that? Because I enjoy their company and I like being outdoors and I like staying healthy. So do you see where you can go with that? I encourage either you write about it, have a health and well-being journal that you can just start to really go deep into understanding who you are so that then you can build your own lifestyle guide. Because at the end of the day, buying another book or buying another program or buying the next fad diet or trying this, they are not going to work. They just are not. So it all depends on how you relate to yourself and you knowing you. All right, so there is my rant today, and just the guide that I want to share in terms of how to go inward and be more introspective. And that is what is going to make the rowing much better. That's going to make weightlifting much better. That's what is going to help you release the weight that you desire. It is going to help you get the strength in your legs that you desire, is by uncovering your why. So there you go. That is today's lesson. And I would love to hear from you. So definitely put in the chat if you are gaining any value out of all of this. And always, 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 I invite you to have a call with me. Just hop in. I love having conversations. This is just what I nerd out on every single day. It's my passion. It's my love. It's my gift that I got from God. That is my desire to help others find it in themselves, to find movement, to find health, to find happiness. So, however, just let me hear from you. I love having conversations. So for today, make it a good rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern Time. And who knows what we'll be talking about tomorrow. All right. I'll drop in the chat the article as well as the link if you would like to book a call with me. Thanks to all of you who have already booked your call. I am enjoying the conversation so much. I am learning so much as well. So let's all learn together. Let's all build this community. That's what it's all about. Take care. Have an awesome day. Thanks for being here. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.